Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, another advice giving episode. This one being off of the dating advice subreddit. Yeah, I just opened up. I think I did say that in the last advice episode I did. I've just been looking up a bunch of different advice like based subreddits, and yeah, I came across a few, and I'm like, I'm gonna see how it overall works out with them all. Like, it might not be a regular series like the relationship advice, but overall, I am gonna try to get as many of these done and things. So yeah, like I said, lately I don't know, like I just can't think of nothing to talk about outside of the Reddit stuff. Like I've been struggling lately. I don't know why, but anyways, now let's go ahead and get into this episode. Starting off with the first one. Would it be weird to hit up a guy I used to date just to hook up? I mean, I guess if he's for it, then it shouldn't be a problem. But if not, like that's the thing. I guess if it's a situation where he's in a relationship, don't be no homewrecker. Don't be no person like that. Yeah, if he's single, you're single, and y'all come to an agreement, then I guess it would be all right. I don't know. It might, because see, that's the thing though, where I guess if they're looking at it, it's all like if they don't want to be in a relationship with that individual, that I feel like that, and that's the thing. I'm all like, I don't know why people be so scared to communicate and talk. I'm like, fam, talk with this guy. So at least then it's like, you ain't going into this situation blindly, pretty much. Because I feel like, yeah, he's going to be going into it blindly. You're going to be going into it blindly. If you ain't trying to sit down and have a conversation with the guy, then of course it's going to be a situation where, yeah, if he catches feelings or if you catch feelings, then I don't know. That's just something where it's like, you going to have to play it out and see how it goes down. But anyways, yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, I mean, yeah, if you guys come to an agreement, I don't think it should be a problem. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and go on to the next one. Next one is my worst birthday ever. Nah, let's see about this. So she goes on to say, this is on the dating advice one. I don't. Oh, okay, no, so it does look like it's some like relationship stuff or dating stuff. Because I was all like, she talked about a PlayStation 5. I'm like, is she dating the PlayStation 5? I'm like, ma'am, you need to be on that TV show, My Strange Addiction. I'm like, how is you dating the PlayStation 5? I'm like, but anyways, now let's go ahead and read into this. So she goes on to say, I bought a PlayStation 5 on an installment plan because my boyfriend really wanted it, but he couldn't afford it due to his credit debt. I wanted to make him happy, so I took out the plan in my name. Today is my birthday, and when I came home after studying, I was happily greeted by our dogs, but not by my boyfriend. He was sitting and playing the game, didn't even come over to wish me a happy birthday or hug me. We hadn't seen each other all day. Dang. Yeah, that's something where I ain't never been that locked in on the game before. Like, there's been times where I have been, but like not. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to, yeah, no, there's been times where I've been locked in on a video game, but I mean, if it's on some stuff like that, like birthdays, at least with me, I play video games where I know I can pause it and stuff. Like, that's why I be mainly liking to play single player games, because there's games where I can pause. I ain't gotta be like locked in. I can save, come back later, and all that stuff. That's why I'm always gonna be a fan of single player games, but. Yeah, I ain't never been that locked in on the game before. That's something where it's like, nah, I think you are gonna have to explain that to talking to this person, but then just talking to anybody. It's like, that is something where it's like, if you're dating somebody that's locked into a video game that much, I mean, if it's their job, like, at least, like, because, like, for me, it's like, yeah, playing video games, that's a part of my career and stuff. So, but I guess, like, if that ain't his career, then it's like, bro, you ain't got to be that locked into a video game. Like, I get if you streaming or recording a YouTube video or something, but if not that, then it's like, bro, you can put down the game, all right? But, yeah, that's messed up. That's something where I'm like, I don't think I could do no stuff like that. Like I said, I'm like, even if I am playing a multiplayer game, and yeah, there's been times where I'm all like, bruh, even when I was a kid, and I could think of moments where if my parents was like calling after me or something, I'll leave the game. I don't care if I was like halfway through the game or whatever, and it would be multiplayer games. And that was when I didn't really have no responsibilities or nothing and stuff. So yeah, it's just something where I'm like, yeah, my thing is this. Let's say if I didn't have a PlayStation 5 and my girlfriend bought me one, And yeah, that's one of those things where I'm all like, nah, I'm rolling out the red carpet for her on her birthday. I'm waking her up bright and early at midnight. I'm telling you, as soon as that clock strikes 12 o'clock a.m., I'm busting down her door. I'm screaming happy birthday to the top of my lungs. I'm getting her flowers, candy. I'm getting whatever it is that this girl is into. I'm saying a Sephora gift card. I'm trying to think of some other, whatever it is. I'm going all out. But yeah, that's just, I don't know. That's just me. If you get me a PlayStation 5 and things. So yeah, I'm one of those boyfriends where it's all like, I got like a positive petty about me. It's like you do something positive for me, I'm gonna do some like, yeah, positive pettiness, where it's like, it's not like, the typical pettiness where it's like something usually that's negative. It's like, okay, you buy me a PlayStation 5, then I'm gonna be figuring out stuff that you like and I'm gonna get it for you. And I'm all like, okay, I'm saying you gonna try to play me at my own game, you trying to be nice. I'm like, well, I could be a nice petty, all right? So I'm like, you play with me if you want to, but it's overall, it's gonna make I don't know, maybe I feel like that could be a bad thing to do, because I'm like, I don't know, it's something where I'll cross that bridge when I need to, but anyways, getting back to what this girl was saying, because I just went all the way in left field and stuff, but anyways, she goes on to say, I asked him if he could come to me for a minute and show me some attention. He replied that he was playing right now. I was so shocked that I went into another room, laid down, and cried, unable to understand how this was even possible. After 3 hours, he texted me, didn't come over in person saying what's wrong. I told him what was wrong, and he just ignored my feelings. Dang. I feel awful. I wasn't prepared for this on my birthday. I don't know what to do. I mean, if you're afraid of this being a long-term thing, then yeah, break up with him and take the PlayStation 5 back. I'm saying at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, he had that enjoyment of playing on it, but overall at the end of the day, that is your PlayStation 5. So that's why I'm like, yeah, that's one of those things where, and I think that's even more so the reason why I, never really got so caught up into a video game, because it wasn't even my console in the first place. I didn't went out and buy an Xbox 360, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PSP. My parents bought that for me. So they was all like, no, the game. Now it would be different now where it's like, if it's, because I'm a grown man. And then on top of that, like the PlayStation, my PlayStation gaming PC, Xbox, it'll probably be the only console that would have some sort of, because yeah, it would be my PlayStation 3, because my mom, she bought that for me. What birthday was it? Was it my 10th? No. Was it my 11th birthday? I think it was my 11th birthday. So yeah, and I'm like, and that's crazy that my PlayStation 3, it still works after all these years. I'm like, yeah, and it was like the first one, that big fat one that they came out with. So, but yeah, that'll be the only one. Other than that, I'm like, nah, my Xbox, yeah, it's like you try taking my stuff away from me, and I'm like, okay, who bought it, me or you? So yeah, that's one of those things where I guess it would be different if he bought it, but since you bought it, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I think he forgot that, so it's like, that's something where it's like, hold on for a second. It's like, I think he forgot that you bought that PS5, so I mean, hold on for a second. I think he, so I said, I think he forgot that he bought the PS5. No, I don't think I'm gonna start. If you are afraid of stuff like this being long-term, break up with him and take the PS5 back. Maybe then he might start appreciating you. There we go. I feel like, yeah, that was good. I was like, I feel like that was a good thing to say. But anyways, yeah, that's messed up. That's some messed up stuff right there. But anyways, next one. Should I tell a guy I am dating that wait a minute. Should I tell a guy I am... Oh, okay, so a guy that she's dating that I am loyal. Yes. If a girl told me that, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm loyal too. So let's be loyal together. I don't see how that would be a problem. I mean, yeah, let's see what she has to say about this, because I'm like, I don't see how something like that would be a problem. Like, if a guy breaks up with you because you're loyal, I'm like, that's somebody where I'm like, he ain't gonna ever have a successful relationship. I guarantee and I promise you that. But anyways, She goes on to say, I had 6 amazing dates with the guy. I really like him. We haven't slept together yet, but we do make out a lot, hold hands, text multiple times every day. I just left for a vacation for 2 weeks with my girlfriends, and we are going to do a lot of partying, which he knows. We did not talk about being exclusive. I am definitely not going to be engaging with any other men on the vacation, just because this is the way I date and I really like him and want to focus on this connection. Should I tell him we won't be together in person anymore until I come back, so I'd have to text? But I was thinking about telling him that I am not going to be flirting with other men because I only date one person at a time, and wanted him to know, but I can't decide whether it would be a green flag for him or I seem way too eager to scare him away. Since we, in fact, are not committed and I don't owe him anything, what do you guys think? Thanks. Why would that be a problem? That wouldn't, honestly, if a girl texts me some stuff like that, I'm like, cool. I mean, I feel like that's something where it's like, he probably knows that you're a loyal person. I don't know what his dating life was like prior before meeting you, but yeah, it's like, he probably could tell that you're a loyal person. It wasn't even crossing his mind. But yeah, overall, see that I'm like, dang, whoever this girl is, she a keeper. I'm like, yeah, that's on some stuff where I'm like, dang, bruh. I'm like, you's definitely a keeper. I'm like, nah, that's crazy to think that she would scare him away just by saying that, yeah, I'm a loyal person. That I'm gonna be honest with you, that wouldn't scare anybody away. If somebody were to get scared away, then it's him that doesn't want to commit. And but that's the thing where it's like, she said that we aren't like committed in the relationship, like you guys ain't exclusive, but still though, it's like I feel like that in a way she is like, I guess it's like working, so when that time does come where it's like, you guys are exclusive and things, then yeah, you already had some practice prior beforehand. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, I don't think that's a bad thing to say. I don't think that's a bad thing to say or do. I'm like, I don't know. I would find that weird. I'm like, if a girl felt that it was weird to tell me that she loyal. I'm like, that to me, I'm like, bruh, that's just the cherry on top. I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with being honest. So I'm like, it's just something where I'm like, I don't know. I feel like that's okay. I'm like, it should be all right. But anyways, oh, this one sounds crazy. Called me the wrong name in front of his friends. Wow. That's something where I'm like, fam, I'm not even good with names like that. Not even more so like if I'm dating somebody, I'm definitely gonna remember her name. But no, overall though, I just mean like just in general. Like if somebody is all like, oh, my name is such and such, cool. Come next day, they was all like, okay, $1,000,000 question, what's my name? I'm gonna bust out and start crying because I'm like, I don't remember. I do not remember. I didn't know, and that's something that I've said before. I didn't know it was this one. She was like the manager, but she was also talking about my old job. She was the manager, but she also did catering too. So she was like a manager / catering manager. So she had like a 2-for-1 job thing. I don't know. I think yeah, she overall was just a manager and stuff, but she did do catering and things. But anyways, I didn't know her name until after about like 5 months of working there. I was like, walk up to her, have conversations with her, but I was like, I'm telling you, could not remember her name to save my life, bro. I'm saying it's one of those things where like, it's so anytime when I will have to like ask her a question, I'm like, hey, where's and I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna ask y'all where she's at, because I'm like, I don't know how to even go about like asking you guys if I don't even know the girl's name. So I'm like, I'm gonna just wait until I see her. I'm like, and then it's like you just get their attention by like, hey, what, and then yeah, you just go on from there. But I was like, did not know her name until after about like probably I think it was about like 5 months, maybe even been more than 5 months. I don't know, but. Anyways, but yeah, let's go ahead and read this. So she goes on and say, I've been going out with a guy for almost 2 months. The other day I met some of his friends and he called me the wrong name in front of them. The name he called me wasn't even remotely close to my name. Names change, but think Alice, and he said Jennifer. Yeah, I don't even know how you even do some stuff like that. Like I can understand where it's like if you might say like Allison, or I'm trying to think like what are some other names that like Alice, like Allie maybe. Even then I'm like, still though, you just don't mess up on some stuff like that, man. I'm sorry, but nah, it's just that's a no. You can't you can't do stuff like that. So anyways, she goes on to say he laughed it off, then said my name after I said that is not my name. This did upset me, but at the time, I didn't say anything to him. That's that type of stuff where if I'm one of his friends, I definitely would have noticed her getting upset. I'm like, dang, he really just did that right now. I'm like, and yeah, that's something where I'm like, I'm really good at reading people's like mood change, body language, faces, all that stuff. So yeah, that's definitely something where I'm like, I would have pulled them aside and I'm like, bro, here's 20. There's this store up the street that got some flowers. Just act like you walking away or something or doing something. Go get her some flowers, bro. Like bro, you can't go out like that. It's like at least make up for what you just did. Because if you didn't see her face, I seen her face. That's stuff that I pay attention to. You cannot mess up like that, all right? You can't mess up like that and then just not do anything afterwards. Like, that's something where I'm like, I guess if I'm in his shoes and I don't remember, and that's something where it's like, even if you don't remember her name, I feel like that's something where it's like, but how do you even go about that? Like, hey guys, this is dang, what's your name again? I'm like, that's awkward. That's bad awkward. Nah, that's somewhere I'm like, yeah, to the next girl that I date, I'm gonna do exercises. If I feel like I'm gonna forget her name, I'm gonna do straight up name exercises. Instead of doing like push-ups with numbers, I'm gonna just do push-ups with her name. I'm like 10 sets of her name. So that's what we're doing. But anyways, yeah, that's crazy. But she goes on to say, I am not sure what to think. As one hand, he does give the impression he likes me and he said so, but at the same time, I keep thinking if you can't bother to get my name right, you don't like me as much as I think you do. I mean, she has a point. So then she goes on to say, how should I handle this? I will also preface this by saying I have never really had a serious relationship, so I am not sure if I am overthinking this. One of my friends say to give him a chance, and the other says to cut him off. Dang. So it's like you got the good angel, and then the demon on both sides of your shoulder and stuff. And yeah, that's something where I'm like, I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, it's really up to you. Like, if this does really upset you, then yeah, I think that's like the best way a person can just go about life is overall, I guess like eliminating any stress from you. So if you feel like this is something that's like stressing you out, then yeah, it's probably for the best. You might have to cut this guy off, but if you're an easily forgiving person, then yeah, look at it as like this is just one of the many mistakes he's gonna make in the relationship. That alone might overall scare you if you think about it like that. But yeah, overall though, it's just something where I'm like, I think yeah, he definitely needs to work on that. That's something where it's like, so wait a minute, there's like, my parents call me my dog name sometimes, brains, lags, mentions, it hurt your feelings, and then move on. Dang, that's crazy. I'm like, well, I could partially relate to that. Not so much, I'm trying to think, I feel like my mom, she might have done that, called me and that's the thing where it's like me and my sister's dog, we ain't even got similar names or something, but I know my sister has. I guess with me, I don't know. Like, with family, I'm like, yeah, that's family. Overall, they know my name. It's like, you guys named me, so it's one thing if they forget my name, but if, I don't know, I feel like that's a bad comparison. I'm like, it's just that ain't the same as like somebody messing your name up in a relationship. Like, a relationship is, I feel like that's a completely different thing than, I don't know, I guess I never really looked at it as a problem when it's like if my sister calls me her dog's name. I'm like, I honestly laugh it off. I'm like, it's it's whatever and stuff. But with a relationship, yeah, I think I would be a little bit upset because I'm like, yeah, that's something I definitely would call her out on. So yeah, if I'm in that position where the girl, she calls me the wrong name, she's like, oh yeah, this is Jeffrey. I'm like, wait, who? I'm like, that's something where I definitely would have asked her right then and there in front of her friends, or I would have said, I'm like, yeah, Jeffrey was the name of the butler off of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but my name is Tyler. I'm like, I don't know who Jeffrey is. I'm like, I don't even look like no, I could partially be a Jeffrey. I mean, I don't know. Like, next time I feel like, hold on for a second. Let me open up my Twitter account, because I think, hold on for a second. No, I'm looking at my profile picture. I don't look like a Jeffrey. I don't look like a Jeffrey at all. I'm like, no, that's not, that ain't me. That ain't me. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that, but yeah, I definitely, I don't know, maybe I guess to save her the embarrassment, I just go along with it and things, but, and then, yeah, but I definitely would, confront her and be all like, so, you know my name ain't Jeffrey, right? And I'm like, so if there's a situation where you are actually talking with a Jeffrey, you need to let me know that right now. But if you ain't good with names, I'm like, okay, I can partially understand that. But I feel like when it comes down to a relationship, that's a name that you gotta remember. I'm like, you can't be messing up on stuff like that. I'm just saying. So I guess if things don't work out between us, for the next guy, make sure you remember his name. All right. So, but anyways, yeah, that's all the dating advice I'm gonna give out for now. Until next time, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe if you're viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on a podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.